And then the other one that stood out in my mind was Kathryn Windham, whom we've had several times, and she is a master storyteller from Alabama. But she's 90 years old now. She still goes to the national festival, but she doesn't travel much to the regional festivals. But we had her, I don't know, again, this may have been in the late 90s, early 2000s. And I had an opportunity I was an MC for one of the afternoon concerts. And I had done my homework. I wanted to be a good MC. I had looked up all her honors, and they are many, and read her biographical data. And then I thought, well, maybe I need to find out if there's anything she wants me to say. Maybe she has a new book out or something. So I tracked her down. She was in the gift shop, or the resource tent, because, of course, this, again, was at the park where we had everything in tents. And whoever was hosting her was with her. So I rushed up to her, and I said, oh, Ms. Windham, because nobody ever called her Kathryn. I said, Ms. Windham, I get to introduce you at 3 o'clock. And I held up my fingers like we needed visual aids. And she just smiled. She's got a wonderful smile. And she reached over and she said, Kathryn Windham, Selma, Alabama, storyteller. I said, I got it. I think I can do that. Because that's all she ever wants anybody to say about her. And if you try to say more about her, she will walk up on the stage and get right behind you, and you know you better get off. So this past year in '09, I was the artistic director for the festival. And so I called some people in Denton, the Denton Task Force we call them, and I said, so who would you all like for us to invite as featured tellers? And her name was at the top of the list. I said, I don't think she'll come because she doesn't travel much anymore, but I'll call her. Well, she doesn't have a cell phone, she doesn't have an answering machine, she doesn't do email. When you call her, you better be ready to do it the old-fashioned way and keep calling her house until she's home and she answers the phone. And I was lucky. I got her the first try. So I told her that we were planning the festival, and I said, everybody in Denton would love for you to come back. Would you consider making an exception to your rule that you don't travel west of the Mississippi? And she said, oh, no. No, she said, I'm 90, you know, and I have to learn my limitations. And so I just don't travel much west of the Mississippi. And then she laughed, and she said, of course, I went to the doctor the other day, and I said something about being old. And he said, oh, Miss Kathryn, you're not old. You're just in advanced middle age. And I said, I like that. And she said, you can use it, write it down. And it's moments like that and associations like that that just make the festival, because there's no more accessible bunch of people. I don't care what their level of fame is, and there is no storyteller that's very famous in the world, but even among storytellers, they're still, well, just accessible. That's the word. You can walk up to them and visit with them, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful opportunity.